Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D, retired in Rome, aka Edwin Ford. Guys, welcome back to the channel, y'all. So today, you know what, today the market is closed, so I was like, I'm gonna do this video so you guys can see, because a lot of people hitting me up say, man, look E, I want to retire. How can I retire? And there's a lot of ways you can do this, right? First, you need to know your expenses. That's the first thing, right? And when I say know your expenses, I'm be like, oh, I know that I pay this for rent, I pay this for my car or insurance, all this stuff. You need to know your expenses, because once you know your expenses, the next thing is, well, now how much money do you need to retire, guys? Okay, that's the next thing. And once you get those two things in place, the third thing is, okay, so I know how much I need to pay for my rent, light, water, gas, food, right? You need to know all this basic stuff, right? You need to know those things. Talk to people who live there. Talk to me. I mean, I live in Colombia and DR, so I know the expenses in these places, right? And I can tell you this: you can live comfortably in Colombia, I believe, with $2,000, right? You could probably do it with less, but it's depending on where you're willing to stay. Now, for me, I have a car. I like to drive. I don't like people shuffling me around. So I like to have my car. I can get around and do my own thing, right? That is important. So, and also, guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Edwin Ford, retired in Rome. I have another channel called Dividend Passport Bro, where we only talk about dividend investing and how to retire early, right? And this channel here, this is my catch-all channel. I talk about retirement. I talk about having fun, getting out there, enjoying yourself, especially when you get to the age of retirement, okay? You guys know last week, I finally become a millionaire. I hit that $1 million mark, a little bit above that. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. This is not about me. This is about me giving back to people who try to get to the next level. And you only can do it if you work on it, okay, guys? So I'm gonna show you guys a portfolio that I just opened 2 days ago, right? And right now, this portfolio is already generating me some income, right? That you guys would not believe, okay? This portfolio is generating income that you guys would not believe. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how much money I have coming in every month in dividend, okay? Monthly, annually, and all that good stuff. But don't look at this as me bragging. I'm showing this because people like to be motivated. And on my other channel, I only do that to motivate you guys. Now on this channel, I try to do things a little different because I don't have the restriction of just talking about finance. I can talk about anything else. So I try to change it up a little bit. And we're not going to go deep into the portfolio, right? So for the new subscribers, this is what we talk about here. And if you like to learn more about investing in your future to retire early, check out the Dividend Passport Bro. Literally, that's what it is, the Dividend Passport Bro, okay? You cannot miss it. This is the only one out there that talk about dividend retirement, okay? So once you type that in, it's gonna pop up. We have over 2,000 subscribers and counting, okay, guys? So let me get in here. All right, so let me get in here. So I just opened this portfolio a couple of days ago, right? I put about $2,500 in this portfolio. As you can see, a little bit over $2,500 in this portfolio right now, almost $2,600. And this is what I bought, right? I bought a few things, random stuff to help grow the portfolio, okay? Now, this is what I'm trying to say. You see, all this stuff here is very, the strategy is to grow from, you know, one stuff pay dividend. Now, these things pay dividend every week. This week, I'm gonna get dividend from Coney and Alti, right? So I'm gonna get dividend from these two. Right? So let's say if I get about $1 each, I'm not gonna get $1. I'm just saying if I get $1 each this week on Friday, which is tomorrow, that would be $25, right? It's not gonna be that much, right? But the following week, I get dividend from Misty, right? Misty, I know for sure is gonna pay around $3, okay? AIYY is gonna pay, and they paid the last time 80 cents, I think, or 70 something cents, right? So we're gonna get about $10 from there, and then we have, what else we got that pay? SQY pay dividend also. So we're going to get some change from there for next week, right? So the little money we're going to get this week, we're going to take that money and invest it into next week also. So when we get that next week dividend, the following week is Tesla, right? We got 10 Tesla in here. I believe it's Tesla, Ybit, also paying in the second week. And then there's another one, SNOY pays also. So we're going to recircle the dividend, right? I'm going to do this for the month, right? And then come next month, I'm going to move money from my other dividend portfolio and add it into here, because this account, not this literal account, but my account on here is what my car payments come out of to pay for my Tesla. Okay, so if you guys need to buy a new Tesla, in the description below you will see the code. You can get up to, I think, $1,000 off your Tesla, depending on what Tesla you get. So check it out. If you're buying a new Tesla, it don't cost you anything. It's a free code. You get a discount on top of whatever discount you're gonna get from Tesla. Okay, so that's up to you. Use it if you want to. If you don't want to, keep it moving. Okay, guys. So this little $2,500 in here, right? You can, I call it little $2,500. Let me move this over. So this little $2,500 is going to generate us for the whole year, right? This $2,500 is going to generate us $1,800 a month. That is crazy, okay? $2,500 for the whole year is going to generate $18 a month, okay? I mean $1,800 a year, almost $1,900. So if we go to the income, right? If we go to the income, so right now estimated, okay, it's about $209 a month. From $2,500, $209 a month. So we got 200, 400, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So within a year's time, we will almost have gotten back our $2,500, right? Now, so if we reinvest this money into the portfolio, of course, the next month, instead of getting $222, we're going to be getting probably $300. And the next month, we're getting $350, $400, $450, $500, $550, $600, $650, $700, $850, $900. So by the end of the year, by us reinvesting the dividend, we would have increased the dividend to $900 a month. $900 a month just based on us reinvesting the money. This is not us adding no more money out of our pocket, right? Just reinvesting the money. Now, sometimes it's going to go up and down. Of course, it's going to go up and down. And some month, we're going to get more dividend, and some month less dividend, depending on what's going on in the market. But you only started with $2,500. Okay, and this is no margins on the account, so the account doesn't double. You don't have to worry about margin calls. No margins. Okay, $2,500 within 1 year time, your $2,500 will be generating you almost $1,000 a month. Now, some people say, I don't have money to invest, I want to retire early, right? But they're not willing to put in the work. So if you're not willing to put in the work, how do you think you're going to be successful? I've been investing for almost 5 years. Okay, February the 20th will make it 5 years. The reason why I say February 20th because that's when I opened my M1 account. My M1 account was the very first account I opened when I started dividend investing. Okay, so I counted from that day. Okay, so next month, February the 20th, will make it 5 years today, okay, that I've been doing dividend investing. Okay, and I can say, technically, I can retire today and have crazy amount of money coming in every month. Okay, that's why I always say I'm practicing retirement, because I'm getting into the act of knowing what I want, how to stay fit, how to stay exercise. I mean, how to stay in shape, how to generate new businesses so I can make more money, right? Because you retired don't mean you stop working, you don't work and all the other stuff, you just depend on income. But I like to travel, so of course my business have to be hands on, hands off, right? To where I have somebody else running the business that I can check in with and see what's going on and all that good stuff. Okay? So that's what I want to do. That's my plan right now. That's what I'm working towards. Right? As I continue to grow my business, continue to grow my real estate business, continue to grow my dividend portfolio, it's just gonna get easier. Okay, guys? So you see this little portfolio. So this one right here is my baby girl's portfolio. Okay, this is her tuition portfolio. This is what I pay her tuition out of. Right? Which, like I said, everything dropped this month. Right? The dividend have dropped a little bit. But I mean, it's okay. Now this portfolio have margins. If we didn't have margins in this portfolio, we'll be generating about half this amount, right? Which is about 8,000 right now, so we're generating about 4,000 a month. Okay, and with that 4,000 a month, I only need 24,000, almost 25,000 a year to pay her tuition for the year. That's just for tuition, room and board, all the other stuff, right? And that's it. So with 1, 2, 3 months, I can pay her tuition for the whole year. And the rest of the money we can reinvest it, put it into whatever else I want to do. You know, of course, we're trying to get this thing up to 20 grand a month, right? Because 20 grand a month is what we need to pay her tuition for the year. So we can take one month, invest it into tuition, and the rest of the year we can put that money into something else, into building more real estate, into doing other things. Okay, guys, this is how we do it. And the more money we make, right? At the more money we make, we're gonna pay down the margins. And as we pay down the margins, now we can do other things. We can move money into other portfolio, create new portfolio, whatever you want to do. But guys, don't look at this like, oh, Edwin, you already got a lot of money. That's not a key. The key is to know that you can do it. It's possible. Think small. Okay? Think small. The thing logged out that quick. So think small, guys. See? Look at this. $2,500, almost $2,600 portfolio that is generating a big chunk of money, right? You can pay a phone bill, you can pay other bills for this, but you don't need that. If you want to retire, outside the U.S., right, and you need $2,000 to live comfortably, right? You could say, all right, this portfolio, I put $2,000, 2005, it give me 200. You put another 2005, you're gonna get 500. So by the time you put 20 grand into investment, right, you got $2,000 coming in right there, based on what I have right now. Okay, and there's no margin. So every time this thing's pay you, you can say, okay, well, I'm gonna collect my 2 grand for my rent. I'm gonna take 500 a week, or however you're gonna do it. It doesn't matter, but you'll figure it out. But I'm gonna take this 2 grand I'm gonna pay for my cost of living, right? And I have this other money that I can reinvest to grow this little pocket of money. So now you can live overseas and do whatever else you're doing to build that job that you have in the U.S. Let's say you drive trucks. Okay, you come work 3 months, you make a lot of money, and then you go overseas and work and live 3 months. What if I tell you could do the same thing here, right? You can drive trucks, invest your money, don't save it. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna save it so I can travel. No, invest the money while you're driving trucks. So that same money that you're gonna need to go to live abroad for that time span, when you travel to live abroad, that money is still making you money while you're gone. While you're working, and it's gonna be making more than what you're making driving trucks, right? Because if you need like, oh, I need $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to go live abroad for a couple of months, try this, right? Invest the money while you're driving trucks, right? Get 25, 30 grand in there, and don't use margins while this money is making you money. And you can say, okay, well, now this money is making me money, it's time for me to go enjoy myself. So you go for half a month, and you're pulling money out of this account every month to go live your life abroad. Okay? The difference is where you're gonna run out of money. At some point, you have to come back. Now you never run out of money because every single month, that $25,000-$30,000 you set aside is generating $3,000-$5,000 a month, depending on what you're investing in. 3, 4, 5 grand a month, and you're not using the whole 5,000 because if you go in there for a longer period of time, you're not whole hopping. You got a girlfriend there, you got a woman there that you're living with, you got an apartment there. So if you're paying for your apartment, more likely you're paying for your apartment while you travel. So you can pay a whole year if you wanted to, or 6 months up front, $300, $400, $500 a month. Okay? If you pay for 6 months, that's 6 grand. That's a whole year. Sorry, that's a whole year. $6,000 a whole year. Sorry, we're talking about $500 a month. So if you pay $6,000, you pay for 12 months. You pay for your apartment for 12 months, right? And you have $2,000-$3,000 coming in every month. You can say, okay, well, I'm gonna pull this $2,000. This is what I'm gonna live off, and I'm gonna reinvest $1,000 every month until you feel like, you know what? And then you're not running out of money because that $1,000 you're reinvesting. For every 1,000 you reinvest, that 1,000 is going to bring you about $100, $200 a month extra. So for the next 12 months, that's 12 grand you're reinvesting. That's another 3, 4 grand. Guys, this stuff is so easy. I don't see how you don't see this, man. It's so easy. You know what? It is so easy, and any idiot can do it. Okay, guys, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Okay, I'm an engineer. Okay, I'm an executive. Okay, but this got nothing to do with none of that. This is simple. The thing is, you gotta be able to take a risk. Okay, you gotta be able to take risks. Look at the stuff I got in here. These are all extreme high yield. It's risky. It go up and down. But once you get your core stuff planted, are gonna generate income. You can say, you know what? I'm gonna buy another 30 positions, right? Another 30 positions that pay monthly. And in that 30 positions, right, let's say if you need $3,000 a month. In that 30 positions, you can break it down. Hold on. I'm going to do some quick ring-a-ding math over here in my head, what I'm thinking, right? So you got 30 positions. So if you got $3,000 a month, so you said 3,000 divide by 30. Okay, so that means each position have to just pay you $100 a month. Okay, guys, forget about these high yield. Okay, this is the high yield. This is where you're taking your money in from. This is gonna bring you the initial money. Okay, now you go down and you create 30 positions. They don't have to be the extreme high yield. They can be 7, 8%, 9%, whatever, right? And you have 30 of those. It's impossible to get 30 of those, but you can get others that pay a little higher, but in return, you're going to have 30 positions, and the goal for those 30 positions is to generate you $100 a month in dividend. So $100 a month in dividend, right, it's a freaking lot. Now, you might have to build this position up higher than you would do these, but you don't have to worry about them losing the NAV, right? Losing your money, your principal. So as you build these initial buggers here that giving you that money, right? You continue to put money in there, but every month you're gonna be building the other 30 positions, right? That's basically your retirement right there, right? This initial right here to get you the taste of that. Okay, guys, I don't really need anything else. I can do this. I'm making this money. This will give you the taste. Now, as you build up, you can do that, guys. I'm doing the same thing right now. Let me show y'all. In my Fidelity portfolio, okay, it's generating almost 30 grand a month, okay, 20-something thousand. It went down. It was 25. It went down, but $3,000, whatever it is, not a big deal. But that's not what I want to show you. Let me go back over here, okay. My portfolio is large, okay. It's over $600,000 in my portfolio. It doesn't. The margins doesn't show for Robinhood in here, but it's over 600K. This is the income I get annually for all of my portfolio combined. The little one I show you that generate a little bit of money, the one that generate a lot of money, and then the one that generate a little bit more, and then one generate a little bit of nothing. Okay, it's like $400 a year, but it's good in that. I don't put no money in here. We just let the reinvestment do its thing. Okay, I was gonna close that portfolio down, But I left it up to motivate people, to tell people who have small portfolio and time. If you have time, you can build a small portfolio of 5, 6 years, and you can still get to that 20, 30, $40,000 a year in income. And if you have dividend that paying you a certain amount of money, when you move out of the country, especially if you're living off a dividend, and you can even be in the U.S., you don't pay no taxes on that, all right? But it got to be qualified dividend. Now, you guys can look that up, whatever qualified dividend means, if you're interested. But if you look at my Fidelity portfolio, right, you see what I have in here, right? This is another stock. This is a stock that pays 3%, right? And then this is another one that pays 12%. Another one that pays 4%. AGNC is one of my long time. I always had this one. They pay a little bit more percentage. Let me click this and flip it around. So you see, I got Caterpillar pay 1.5, Discover pay 1.5, 1.6, Lowe's 1.8, JP Morgan Chase, BlackRock, right? They pay 2%. Now, some of these companies, the interest rate is not the interest rate, but the rate is low. But these are good company, right? But if you want to, if we trying to get rid of, I'm gonna get rid of 20 of these positions, okay? All of these guys I paid these 1%, 2%, 3%, also 3.5% gonna be gone, right? I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these companies, and like Target, Comcast, all these guys that pay decent percentage. But we need to be averaging, after we calculate all of these things, we need to be averaging a little bit higher dividend, right? So the company that pay dividend less than 2%, 1%, these guys will be the first one to go, okay? So if you come from down here, right? If we come from over here, there's a lot of them, okay? All of these companies here, on this first page, I mean, if they do the whole page, no, it doesn't do the whole page. Let me see, my other stuff will do multiple pages. This one is just one page, okay? But 155 different companies that I have in here. Out of this 155 different companies, my goal right now is to cut them down to 100, right? And this is just my Fidelity portfolio, because this is my first portfolio. And look at my yield, it's 60%, right? Yield on cost is still high. But when I cut these down, when I cut out all those 1%, 2%ers, right? My yield is gonna increase. My yield is gonna increase. And as the yield increase, that means I got more money coming in. Somebody told me about this, say, oh man, you just a yield chaser. I'm chasing money right now. Okay? As my yield increase, the money increase in the portfolio. Okay? I'm trying to retire. Right? I still work a job. Luckily for me, my job allowed me to work from anywhere. I just gotta let my boss know, hey, I'm gonna be in Colombia, or I don't even have to tell them I'm gonna be in Colombia. But if I'm going to another country, outside the countries that I would normally go to, which is DR and Colombia that I have properties in, I go to those places all the time. I don't have to tell them. But if I decide to go to Thailand or Africa, somewhere in Africa, I gotta tell them, look, I'm traveling to Africa, right? I'll be in the whole of Africa. I'm traveling to Thailand. I'll be in the whole of Thailand. I'm traveling to Europe. I'm going to everywhere in Europe. So that way everything is open. So when I go to those places, I don't have to be like, oh, I can't access my email, right? Then I have to send a ticket to open my own email, because that's how it works, right? I can't do anything without a record. We have to track everything we do. So I will have to let her know, say, hey, I'm going to these places. I'll be in Thailand. I'm going to Africa, Europe, Asia, all those places. For the next few months, I'll be out there. Okay, now if she tell me, Edwin, no, we don't want you to go, then now I can put in my notice. I can leave work and be like, okay, well, consider this my 2 weeks, 3 weeks notice. I have a notice I need to put, and then I'll be done working. Then I can focus more time on my portfolio, because my portfolio makes more money than what I do working the 9 to 5. And I only put in less than 2 hours a day into this portfolio. Really, it's about 30 minutes a day, right? But as I downsize my portfolio and streamline it more, guess what? My portfolio is going to go up, right? That's for the $500,000 or something I got in this Fidelity account. Where is it? Almost $500,000 in my Fidelity account. When I cut out those 20, 30 positions, right? My portfolio is just going to grow, because that's money. When I sell, my yield is going to increase. The money going to be in the portfolio, going to increase the portfolio because I have margins. So now if I sell $50,000 worth of positions, I got $100,000 I can buy. Now I can buy more stuff and get the portfolio quicker to where I need to get to, right? The goal for this year, my portfolio is to get it to 30,000. I mean 60,000, right? And the ultimate goal is 100,000 a year for the portfolio. So whatever one come first. Well, the 30 to 60,000 going to come first, of course. But that's what we're working with. So guys, don't look and say, oh, Edwin, but you already have a lot of money into your account. No, that's not important. Don't look at how much I got into my account. Look at this little ass portfolio that I just started 2 days ago with $2,500. It's already estimated to generate me $150 average, right? So this is an average across the board, right? So if you put a mouse there, $150 average for the next 12 months, right? That's how much that is. Now the average is going to go up and down. If we go to the actual tracker for income, it will tell you $200 some. But across the board, if it goes up and down, fluctuate, the average is $158 a month. Now, you can and guess what? When you put your money into a savings account, you're saving your money for whatever reason. As it grows, you don't just go take that money out as an emergency. In this case, we're going to have all this money coming into the portfolio that's going to be reinvested back into the portfolio that will grow your little ass portfolio. Before you know it, you got $3,000 or $4,000 coming in a month. And if you're trying to live abroad in the next year or next 6 months, then you know exactly what to do. Pump money into it to get that money up, right? Because you don't want to go, if you say I got $60,000, I'm going to go live abroad. How are you going to make money? When your money runs out, what you do? You're coming back to go to work, right? So you need to put that money into something that's going to generate you income. Putting it into a 4%, 3%, it's not going to cut it. You need something into something, a 10%. A 10% is not going to generate you that kind of money. 10% yield is not going to generate that kind of money. We got 75% yield generating this type of money. Almost 100%, right? And people will be like, man, that's crazy. That's a risk. Yes, everything is risky, guys. That's why I tell people all the time, when you start doing this, to check your portfolio 3 times a day. Because it's not a set it and forget it. No, not in these high yield, right? You can invest in something, a JEP, a JEPQ, a SPY. Yeah, you can set it and forget it. But it's not going to generate you this type of income every month. Okay, not for $2,000. Okay, so if we have 25,000 in there, right? If we double this up to 20 grand, then we're going to have 4 times the money coming in. Okay, so if we double this to 20 grand, that's like 8 times the amount of money coming in. Forget about it, right? Because that's 555, that's split in half. So if you double this to 5 grand, you got 300. So if you got another 5 grand, that's another 3, that's 6, and another 5, that's $1,200 a month. That's $100 a month. So, I mean, $500 a month. I can't even take it straight. That's $1,200 a month, right? Off of $20,000. It's gonna be more than that. But by the time you get to $20,000, $1,200 a month, that's good. So if you're driving trucks and stocking your money to go live abroad, and you got a girlfriend over there, once you get to $2,500 a month, and once you already living there, you're not living the party lifestyle. You're living a regular lifestyle as you would in America. So if you already living there, got your apartment locked down, you're spending some money for that, dude, $2,500, $1,800, $1,500, you can live a good life, stress-free life, because you have this money coming in. I'm not going to keep beating the horse, right? So guys, this is why this is for today. Okay, try to show you guys that it's possible with a small amount of money. And these dividends, right, it's once a month, but the way they're set up, they pay every week, right? Some of these, like I was just telling you guys, some of these pay every week. So every week I got money coming in. Every Friday I got dividend coming in from these portfolios. Every single Friday, 2 or 3 of these guys going to pay me money. Right? In the beginning, yeah, but as it grows, as we continue to grow this portfolio, and guys, like I said, I need to add more money into this portfolio. So by the end of the month, this portfolio is generating at least $800 to $900 a month to pay my card note. Okay, and once they start to do that, we're going to be taking money from the other portfolio, adding it into this portfolio. Because this portfolio don't have margins. This portfolio is going to start paying all of my bills. Right now, all of my bills go to my old checking account, right? And as soon as this, because those automate, some of them are automated, but it'll be easier to automate it from here. Because I want my job, the money that I make from my job, I want to be able to do something else with that money. I don't want to, I don't want to, tangle that money with this anymore. I want to take that money completely from here. So I would take all my bills and start letting these things pay my bills. So I would set up bill pay out of here like I do for my car payment and start automating everything. The only thing that will probably come out of my other account would be, so I took out some money to buy my apartment in Colombia, right? And this year, I think the balance is like $80,000. And this year, I really want to pay that off. So as we grow, that's why I'm trying to get to 60K fast, because the sooner I can get to 60K, in a month, that means I can pay that loan in a couple of months. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy, right? What I can take 40,000 one month and make a payment, and the next month and make another payment, and the 80,000 is gone. Right? That's how crazy it is when you have a lot of money coming in. And as I continue to pay those debt down, that means money that I have going out, that's $2,000 a month that I won't have to spend anymore. So my debt is going down by 2K. So guys, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay? You use money as a tool to get you where you need to get to. Right? That was the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because we just think about today or tomorrow. When you're dealing with poor people that have that poor person mentality, the only thing about, oh, you know what? Shoot, my eye is freaking twitching. Somebody talking about me. Or something. Whatever they say when your eye's twitching. When your eye's twitching and somebody talking bad about you, right? I don't know what it means, but my eye is twitching. But, guys, this is what I'm talking about, okay? And if this don't get you going or this don't get you excited, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Because I'm freaking excited. Because I've seen the light. I know it's going to be done. I've done it with 2 other portfolios, not just one, with 2 other portfolios, okay? And I got a smaller portfolio that is growing little by little every month, and the income is coming in, right? And this one right here, man, before you know it, I would be spending $3,000 or $4,000 every month paying all my U.S. bills out of here, okay? But we're going to start little by little. We're going to start getting this. We're doing the car right now. We're going to get the car going. And then I'm going to add another bill in here, maybe my internet bill or something, and just automate it. Now, even though I automate my bills, I still track them into my tracker. Because every time something goes out, I go to my tracker and I see what it is. And then I write it down for that payment for that month. So all these things is like it's going to be my job to stay focused and continue to build wealth, generational wealth, not just for me, but for my kids. Okay? Now, I'm back single. Your boy's back single. Okay? Your boy's back single in the market. And of course, y'all know how I be doing. I'm going to get me some new honeys. I'm just kidding. I am single. But for the people that are in my life, didn't know who they are, we're going to continue to roll and keep going. Guys, we're going to build this channel up. I don't know if it's going to be, well, it's going to be crazy because I got live. If you guys watch the live, if you want to hear some crazy stuff in here, go and watch the live. And these are all true stories. These are all true stories. No fiction in none of this stuff. Okay? No fiction in none of these lives. All facts. Okay? With my boys. Okay? But on the other end, my goal, as I do on my other channel, is to continue to motivate you guys. Now, when I start traveling again, you will see travel videos on here, a little bit, like I do. And you guys will see travel videos on here because this is my retiring in Rome. I'm retiring, I'm roaming, I'm having fun, enjoying my life, living my best life, stress-free, and not worry about money. Guys, you don't know how, well, you probably know. You know when you get that check from your taxes, you know how you feel good. Imagine this is like getting that check from your taxes for the rest of your life. I'm gonna let you figure it out, guys. Stay blessed. Invest in yourself. Okay. Thanks for the support. Like, share the content, guys. We need to get this to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. We gotta get this channel monetized. We need 19 more subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers. Also, we gotta build a watch hour. Okay. We're building a watch hour in this portfolio, on this channel to get it up to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, guys, I know we can do it. Sub to the channel, subscribe to the channel, guys. Okay. All right. Pieces.